Lan had put out here, I believe that when divorce became popular in the 80s, the daughters saw moms of birth control having sex with multiple men. Mom is their BFF, leads to girls giving their virtue away. John, what's your thoughts on that?
Oh, that's true.
Oh, dude, that's a home run. That's a home run. Like, dude, it's hilarious how women are so influenced by other women.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is just hilarious. Like, I don't know. Like, all my friends can start shooting up heroin around me for like fucking weeks. And I'd be like, you guys are gonna be junkies and die, and I'm just gonna laugh at you. But if you put like a chick around a bunch of chicks that are shooting up heroin, she will fall into that trap because they're just herd creatures. I'll tell you, for example, right? I booked 4 different models today, right? So these girls, so 2 of these girls didn't know. So 2 girls came by themselves, and another set of girls came together, right? And then we filmed 2 different shoots. And at one point, I was like, "All right, girls, like now's the time to change clothes, right?" All 4 of them became best buddies, and all 4 of them walk into the bathroom, and they just met each other, and they're like getting naked and stuff in there and changing and having girl time. And I just watching this, and like, these chicks are just pack animals, like they're herd creatures. And like men would never do that. I'm never like, "Hey, Thor, you want to go to the bathroom with me?" I'm like, no, what the hell?
I don't think so, John.
You know? So I just think that they're very monkey see, monkey do. And it's not, I mean, that's just my common sense perspective on it. And then in the Masculine Empowerment Network, Thor did a presentation about divorce. And I think Thor said, like, if a woman's friend gets a divorce, then the probability of her getting a divorce goes up by like 60%.
Yeah, it's more than that, actually. That's called, there's actually a Pew Research study on that I had talked about before. And that particular study says a first order friend, which would be something very close to you, children, best friends, and parents. If you have a divorce, they are actually 75% more likely to get a divorce too. And it has a lot to do with that herd mirroring mentality, because now that one's done it, it's okay to do it.
And then the what you said, the friend of the friend increases it by like 30%.
Yeah, the friend of the friend, that threshold drops to it's 30% more likely. So these clusters actually happen and are provable. This is really important because when you're talking to women and you're engaged with a woman, or you have a woman in your life, you must, I'm going to get hatred for this, but you absolutely must know who her friends are and if she is the influencer or is she the influence. This is critical.
Dude, fuck yes, man. That is so true because, dude, like I said, like I've dealt with that before. I've dealt with that this chick, so some of this, okay, you know, I'm obviously a controversial guy, right? And some of these girls that would be in my chicks years from last year, these bitches never met me, okay? But they got a fucking whole psychological profile on me. Well, this guy's clearly a narcissistic abuser. Never even met me, just seen a picture of me, heard about me, like, oh, okay, I've got like a full FBI profile on this dude. Meanwhile, they're giving relationship advice, and what are they doing? Getting pumped and dumped all the way into their 30s, and you're gonna give me relationship advice? That's like me going to like the fattest dude I know and be like, "Hey, bro, can you give me like weight loss advice? Can you advise me on how to get 6-pack abs?" You'd be like, "Oh, well, yeah, let me give you my perspective," and then it's not gonna fucking work out. It's just common sense, but again, common sense isn't common. But you know, this happens all the time with the influence, right? And people too, man. Like for me, for example, like I'm addicted to success. I'm addicted. I just love making money. I'm just all about it. And you know, I'm just constantly just serious about my business, right? And I operate my business with the highest levels of integrity. When people hang around me, they just do better. Like people who are within my proximity, you know, because like you said, a rising tide lifts all ships, right? I am that rising tide. And when you're constantly around people that are, you know, that are also going up, you're going to go up with them. And the same thing when you go down, you're going to go down with them as well. So I just think that who you're being influenced by is so important. And a lot of these humans in general, right? Mark Cuban said this in one of his books. He says, humans always take the path of least resistance. That's why we don't even wait. People don't even want to watch a 1-hour live stream from start to finish nowadays. They want a 7-second clip of it on TikTok. They want a 5-second clip on fucking YouTube Shorts. right? That's why TikTok and YouTube, like TikTok has changed the social media game, because if you don't have like high dopamine activity on your screen via your content, like people are like, oh, 3 seconds, fuck this, I'm on to the next thing. So that's the world we live in, dopamine slavery world. And when you talk about, there's a book I just read. This book changed my life, because I have a new mentor, Brandon Carter, who is like more jacked than me, richer than me, smarter than me. And he told me, he told me to read this book. It's called The Molecule of More, and it's all about dopamine. And these people that are dopamine junkies, right? They're the ones always looking for new dick. They're the always ones looking for new pussy. They're the ones always looking for new drugs, new food. They're like a bunch of junkies, like just they need that next high because they can't fall in love with the monotony. And I think every man in this panel has been very successful with business or physical fitness or whatever the case may be. It would definitely Phil and Glenn. And I guarantee you, when Phil and Glenn were getting down to 10% body fat, they're eating the same shit every day. Like, guess what we're having today? Chicken and broccoli. Guess what's on the menu tomorrow? Chicken and broccoli. And guess what?
Yes, sir.
Chicken.
Yo, I still eat just chicken and broccoli. That's
It's a staple.
You gotta
it's a
fall in love.
staple.
You gotta fall in love with the monotony, and it talks about that in the book, The Atomic Habits. So again, you know, when we look at these stats about cheating and stuff like this, we also have to factor in that half of humanity are fucking morons. That is not like me being subjective. That is objective truth. Half of like literally flip a coin. Boom. Is this person an idiot? Heads or tails? Those are your odds.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we gotta have to add context to that. But people who watch this kind of content typically are higher IQ, typically pay attention to long form content, and typically want to fucking do better in life. Because I used to be one of these people. I'm one of these like people that was on the other side of the screen, and I was studying from 24 up until I came on and made my debut on the screen when I was 29, 2015. So, I mean, the guys out there that are watching this stuff, don't get too doom and gloom. You should get doom and gloom if you're watching this shit all day, but you're not taking action on your life. Then you should worry about it. But it's kind of like what Ray Dalio says with the economy. If you're worried about the economy, you probably shouldn't worry. And if you're not worried, you should probably worry.